Posting more content has never made anyone go viral or become famous. I'm talking daily posting, relentless posting, which I'm sure you all are doing, exhausting yourself trying to keep up with the fickle algorithm. And if that strategy worked, the most famous people online would also be the most burnt out. Well, they're not, which tells you immediately that effort isn't the issue. I've spent most of my life studying visibility. Long before social media, I was trained as an actor and director. My job was understanding why some people walk into a room and immediately command attention, while others say all the right things and still get overlooked. So later, when I moved into business and consulting, I saw the same pattern online. People were posting constantly, sharing some super smart ideas, showing up every single day, and still, if you asked someone else who they were or what they were known for, there wasn't a clear answer. Meanwhile, other people posted far, far less, and yet their names came up constantly. They were referenced, they were trusted, and ultimately they were hired. So this is not a content problem, it's a perception problem. I know this because I lived it. There was a long stretch where I posted every single day because I thought that was the rule. That's what all the gurus say, post every day. One day was on leadership, the next day was on mental health, and then the other day was on communication. And all of it was true and all of it was super smart, but none of it was cohesive. People were actually engaging in my posts, they were liking them, they were commenting, but they weren't hiring. And here's why. Most people are using content to get noticed. Authority builders use content to train the audience how to see them. So getting noticed is exposure, and authority is association. Everything changed when I made one decision. When someone brought my name up in a room I wasn't in, the next sentence they said about me needed to be clear. Not long, not impressive, clear. So here's what to do in order to become more clear about what you do when you are not in the room with them. So step one, decide the single association you want people to make about you. You do not become famous by being interesting. You become famous by being placeable. So if someone mentions your name, what is the very next sentence they say about you? And if you don't know, your audience doesn't either. So here's an action item you can take right now. Write this sentence and don't overthink it. Quote, I'm the person who, fill in the dot. Quote, if you can't finish it clearly, stop posting until you can. Step number 2, anchor all content to one dominant problem. People don't become known by talking about everything they can do. They become known by solving one problem over and over and over again. When your content jumps topics, you train confusion, and confused audiences do not hire. So here's an action item for you. Choose the one problem you want to be associated with for the next 90 days. If a piece of content doesn't clearly connect to that problem, it doesn't get published online. Step 3, repeat the message without repeating the wording. This is where people quit too early, so stick with me. They think, I've already said this. No, you said it once, one way, to people who may or may not have been paying attention to you. So repetition doesn't mean copying yourself. It actually means teaching the same truth from different angles, using stories and examples and client testimonials and breakdowns and mistakes and what to do instead. So here's your action item. Outline 10 different ways to teach the same core message, and then commit to cycling through those instead of changing topics. Step 4, use video to show discernment, not personality. Written content can hide messy thinking. Video cannot. On video, people watch what you emphasize. They watch what you leave out, and they also watch what you decide actually matters. That's what they trust, discernment. One of the videos that changed everything for me was a simple video about de-escalating angry customers. It wasn't super flashy, it definitely wasn't viral, but it showed exactly how I think and how I work. That video got me booked to train with the Joffrey Ballet in New York, and it continues to get me booked almost every single month just from that one video. Again, it wasn't because it was popular, it was because it was clear. So here's what you can do. Record one video where you explicitly say, most people focus on X. Here's why Y matters more. That contrast is authority. Step 5, give every piece of content a job. Posting just to stay visible is how people burn out. Authority builders post with intention. Every single piece of content should answer one question. What perception does this reinforce about me? If it doesn't reinforce the association you chose, it's filler. So here's what you can do. Before posting, ask yourself, what do I want them to understand about me better after this? If you can't answer that, don't post it. Because remember, posting more content has never made anyone famous. So being clear, consistent, and intentional has. So if your online authority isn't generating money, I work with people to build strategic visibility engines that turn the content that you're posting into authority and authority into sales. So you can start with a link below and let's chat.